All right, guys, today we're gonna be answering the question, can you actually make money with vibe coding? I got my popcorn right here. We're ready to go. Let's talk about it. But seriously, right now, everybody's talking about these AI coding tools. Cursor, Lovable, Replit, VO, list goes on. I've lost track of all the freaking names. But if you go on Twitter, you're gonna see a bunch of people talking about how I built this with Cursor and how I'm doing vibe coding, how it's changing my life, and I became a millionaire overnight. So yeah, I got Starter Story right here. This is what we do. We research business ideas and tell you how much money they make. I've done a bunch of research, and today I'm gonna be walking through a few apps built with AI, built with vibe coding tools that are making money. And the last one is pretty crazy. It's making over $60,000 a month, and it just got launched this month, and we're gonna be going over that. Okay, let's go. This one here, this first one here, let's check this one out. This is Curiosity Quench. This says, app that helps kill your scrolling habits. So I think I kind of understand what's going on there. Okay, so this is someone who couldn't code 1 year ago, and now they make $10,000 a month. Okay, that's pretty crazy. Let's go check this guy out. So his name is Jack Fricks. I know this guy actually. We just did an interview with him on the YouTube channel that either is out by now or is coming out very soon. This guy's all about the vibe coding life, and he's got a ton of stuff that we're gonna go through. So this guy built 2 apps with AI, which I think is cool. Is he didn't necessarily just pick one thing to do. He has 2 different ones, and they're pretty different. So the first one is Curiosity Quench, and I just got some notes here. This is replace endless scrolling with purposeful action. We got this Mark Lou ship fast boilerplate right here. And this looks pretty good, right? I kind of get what it is. It's, you know, some sort of app or service that helps you get off social media and, you know, have a way better life. And who doesn't want that, right? And I love that here. My mom loves this app, 5 stars. That's a good way to get a laugh, and maybe we'll download your thing. So yeah, this thing does $1,500 a month and has 30,000 users. That's a bit low, but I think it kind of makes sense, right? Because this app makes money, you know, the type of customer that's subscribing to something like this, that maybe they pay $2 a month, $3 a month for something like this, and then maybe cancel it after a few months, right? This isn't serving businesses, it's serving just users. But this is clearly something that could be built with AI. I mean, let's go and check it out in the App Store right now. So with AI coding tools, it's got 188 ratings on the App Store. And, you know, it's doing pretty well, nothing crazy. But what's also cool is he has this other app called PostBridge. And this app is doing $13,000 a month and is probably somewhat of a better business. But let's check this one out here. So this is schedule your content everywhere in seconds. And this is cool. It's like a social media scheduling type thing. Definitely something that could be built with quote unquote vibe coding tools. And, you know, this is something that serves businesses. All businesses need to post on social media, and they'd probably like to schedule it out or just automate the process in some way. So this one has 2,500 users. And this just goes to show you that this is something that was actually built with AI coding tools. You know, this is actually possible. This is actual real proof. But I wanted to dive a little deeper into this guy's background as I was doing research. And I found these 2 tweets that show off how he built this with AI. So this tweet right here came out a little over 1 year ago, and I'm going to pull it up in Twitter right here. A little over 1 year ago, I was an idea guy with no ability to do things. I couldn't code. I couldn't build my ideas. Now I'm about to hit 10,000 MRR between my 2 big ideas that I built in this year. How did it happen? Here we go. First, I asked ChatGPT how to build my idea, and after 3 months of struggle and learning to prompt it and code a bit, I had my MVP ready, a web app. I soon realized after 1,000 users, and then I started earning money, $800 earned, blah, blah, blah. But that's it, man. That's like, we can talk about the tools that you built and all that stuff, but even before these crazy tools, the cursors and all these things, it was just ChatGPT. And you can ask ChatGPT to do anything, man. If you just say like, I have an idea for an app, how do I build it? And this is gonna pull up right here. And if you follow these steps, I'm pretty sure you can get to $10,000 a month with an app, right? You gotta actually follow the steps. You gotta sit down, do deep work for 2 hours every single day while you have a full-time job, just like I did. And, you know, you'll eventually get there. It's not going to happen overnight, but you can follow these steps. And then we could just, you know, double click on one of these no code tools, Bubble. Okay. I'll say, okay, I want to build it in Bubble. What are the next steps? Put that in there. And here's a step-by-step. All you got to do is this. And then when you run it, all you got to do is this. This is exactly what he did. And when you run into something, just ask AI how to fix it. And that's just how all these tools work, right? That's exactly what he says here. Go ask ChatGPT how to start. Literally, yes, right now. And you can do it. And that's it, man. Like I could tell you all these crazy tools to use, but how about you just go start by asking ChatGPT? This is proof that you can make $10,000 a month with AI coding tools. You just need to start playing around with them, seeing what happens. And when you run into snags or you run into bugs, ask the AI and ask it and get mad at it and yell at it, and it'll help you fix it and you'll eventually get there. The other thing you can do is you can join Starter Story, and we have our AI build accelerator that is just launching this week if you want to build it alongside a bunch of other people and get help where you need. Anyway, shameless plug on that. But you can check that out. I put that link in the description. So then the other thing that I think is interesting is marketing, right? It's one thing to build your app with these AI tools, and that's cool. You can build it, but nobody's ever going to come visit your thing. You have to go and do marketing. And I love this tweet right here that I found from Jack Fricks. I click it right here, and 1 hour a day spent marketing my app, making plus posting 6 videos. All he did is he spent 1 hour every day just making content, creating content, doing marketing, doing distribution. And I know it sounds like, oh, I could do that, but will you do that? Will you go every day and actually create stuff and have that iterative loop of videos working and seeing what works and what doesn't? And then all of a sudden you have 30,000 downloads on your app, and now you make $10,000 a month and your life has changed forever, right? That is really important, because we can talk about AI tools all day, but this is marketing, right? Here's a bunch of examples of his marketing. He's got all these TikToks. Look at all these TikToks he posts. He turned this into a machine, right? That's what I love about this is, look, it's not going to happen overnight. And this is the kind of work that you have to do if you want to change your life. And look, if you can make $10,000 with your own app, buy back your time, not have to go to a full-time job, you made it. This is what it takes, marketing, right? This is his TikTok, and every single day he posted an update video of what he did. This is what it actually takes. Sure, we can sit there and do vibe coding. This is how you get users. But again, this video is about vibe coding, but look what can happen when, I gotta find one that's actually, oh yeah, I can go to popular here. 50,000 views.
Poison, but luckily for you, I've been cooking up an antidote for the last 100.
50,000 views, and he's talking about his product and he's getting views, and this is what it takes. Clearly this worked. And actually I was just checking it out. He's also building another app with AI right now, and he's live streaming and live tweeting how he's building it. And he's doing that right here every single day on YouTube. He's vibe coding, and look, he's even got vibe coding in the title. He's getting attention, building audience, and that is half the battle. Yeah, so here's my main takeaway. In multiple posts, he's always talking about how he solved his own problems using AI coding. And I think that would be the first thing that I would start with is like, what's just one little problem that you have in your life right now? Like, I don't know, popcorn is stuck in my teeth right now. How could you solve that problem? He builds and ships fast with Cursor. He's using Cursor and he's just building stuff fast, and he's less concerned with making the product perfect and having all these features and all this stuff, more concerned with shipping and getting attention and getting audience. He markets the product on a bunch of different platforms. So he's doing stuff on X, he's doing stuff on TikTok. This is actually the secret sauce. He's pretty shameless guy, just sharing everything possible and does not care if he gets 30 views or 0 views on something. That's what it takes. And what's cool is that he's building an audience. If he's building stuff, it might not work, but he's building this audience, and now he has this built-in distribution loop, and I think that's cool. Okay, so that's one example of someone who didn't know how to code, who used vibe coding tools, and who's making money online. So go read that case study and see what you can do, maybe something similar. Before I get to the next one, I do want to just, again, talk about what I've been showing here. This is the Vibe Coding Business Ideas database. By going to the link in the description, you can come on here and you can check all these out. I have a whole team that's doing research on these types of companies every day. I'm researching this stuff all the time. I'm putting it into this database, and we even have AI tools adding more to this every single day. A lot of these businesses in here can be built with Vibe Coding AI tools. You just got to go in here and start looking, right? You can use this to start building your own thing. You can grab all this data. You can see what's making a lot of money, what's not making so much money. Check it out. You can get it all for free. You can start poking around, and good luck. All right, let's go to the next one, a text behind image. This one's cool. Look, not everything has to make $1 million to still not be a good idea. And this is one example of this. So this guy is Rexon Wong. I've been following him on Twitter, and I think this is a really cool story. This kid, I think he's 17 years old. He's in high school. He's already got 15,000 followers. He's got an app with 300,000 users. And let's just go check out what he built. So I got my notes in here. He's got, his main thing is this text behind image app, which I think is such a cool app, right? This is a way to create images and just put text behind them. You could go onto Cursor, Lovable, whatever the tool is now, and you can basically vibe code this tool. And you're probably not going to get 300,000 users like Rexon, but maybe there's another simple idea. It just does one very specific thing. Like if you were to go to Canva right now, I'll go to Canva. That's one feature of Canva. Imagine if you went and found another popular feature of Canva. You can go to ChatGPT right now. Most popular features of Canva. I'm just going crazy right now. I have no idea if this is going to work, but let's see. Canva, the drag and drop editor, a free brand kit, AI power tools. Here we go. Here's the AI power tools. Magic resize, magic edit, magic write. So boom, there may be a business idea right here, like the resize. What if there was an AI resizer tool, right? Here's the really cool thing about text behind image, and I'm gonna go show you. It has 300,000 users. It gets 5,000 visits per day. It requires 0 customer support or anything like that, and it makes $1,000 MRR, okay? It's not the biggest business in the world, but that'll pay your rent, and that's pretty cool. And here's what's really cool, I think. You can search, if you go to google.com and you search text behind image, this is the first one that pops up. Anybody that types that, they're just trying to add text behind their image. They come to your app and that's guaranteed traffic. That's SEO. Just such a smart SEO move right there. And clearly it's working. So he's got a few other apps that he built with no code too. So I'm gonna check out Bullet Pen and Video Fast. So he's got Bullet Pen, another simple AI tool that does one thing, just helps you write essays. And then another one called Video Fast. This helps you edit videos easily. Again, this is kind of taking like one little feature of popular tools. And this guy's 17 years old. He lives in Hong Kong and he's in high school and he's making it on Twitter. That just shows that anybody can do it, right? And what's the excuse if you can see something like that? Here's what I think is something that's interesting if you're watching this. So we're talking about this is the build in public thing. This is his launch tweet for text behind image, the business that he vibe coded that makes $1,000 a month. And look, it doesn't have that many likes, right? 63 likes. That's not anything that's certainly going to get you, making money. But check this out. He retweeted this. He recorded the video of him building that in 3 hours, and that video got 344,000 views and over 1,000 likes. That shows you the power of building in public, and just sharing what your app does is cool, but show how you actually built your app. That's even cooler. I mean, that's just a little lesson right there. So yeah, $1,000 is nothing, right? That's not enough to live on. But what I think is really cool about this and what I think you can take a lesson from this is he's 17 years old. He's learning to ship his own shit. It shows you that if he can do it, anybody can do it with these vibe coding tools and social media and that sort of thing. And he's figuring out marketing and building in public. He is going to apply this to his next project and then it will blow up. And I predict this kid builds $1 million app or $1 million something in the next decade. Just watch this. That is a sign of someone who's going to be successful and proves you can do it with vibe coding. All right, my next example is fly.peter.com by the famous, the world-renowned Peter Levels. If you haven't heard about this, you must be living under a rock, but this vibe coded game is making $70,000 a month. But what I think is interesting is how it monetizes. And again, that's kind of seems to be the theme, but we'll talk about themes in a second. So this is pretty insane, and I just got to put it down here. I don't know how long this business idea is going to last. It's interesting to look at this because I think it's going to change everything about online businesses, making money online. I think this is a paradigm shift, and this is just such a great example of that. So let's check it out. So this is fly.peter.com, and I'm going to put my name in here. Pat is streaming. There we go. Oh man, okay. So I'm already getting charged something. This looks like a game here. Let's pretend I haven't played it before. And $29.99 to fly the F-16. And boom, a Stripe checkout page right here. I'm not gonna buy that right now, but let's fly the Cessna 172, and I'm in a game right now. Oh my God, I can shoot people. Okay, this is so cool because I gotta turn the sound off. This is a game that was created by Peter Levels, and he vibe coded this entire thing. This would be insane to create unless you were just like a super expert at creating games. I know Peter Levels, and I know he's not like a big games guy. He's a great coder and a super creative guy, but I don't think he would have been able to create this without, let me shoot that there. I don't think he would have been able to create this without AI tools, or it would take him a lot longer, right? And this is so cool because it doesn't have to be so fancy, right? It's just kind of fun. And how it monetizes is even cooler, right? So I gotta stop before I get sick playing this too much. We'll reload that. Oh gosh, I literally got queasy doing that. I almost threw up. Okay. He built this game with 100% vibe coding tools, and he's been tweeting about it all along. So let me go and check out his tweets here. If I go to Peter Levels, today I thought I would ask Cursor to build a flight simulator, and I actually know Peter, and he is into flight simulators like Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, that came from a personal passion from his probably. He created it, he posted it, and then all of a sudden he's off to the races. But what I think is even more interesting about this is, again, how it's monetized, right? Oh, yeah, and he has his analytics right here. He is getting 29,000, 13,000, 8,000 visitors per day on this game. That is what I think is interesting, is how this is monetized, right? This tells you, again, it's going back to the theme of some of the last examples we were talking about too, is that you can certainly monetize a game like this, but having an audience is why this game makes money. And you can see it, an advertiser, so you can see there's ads on there, Synthflow, right? These guys are all paying $5,000 a month. I think you can go to promote your startup. You go promote your startup right here. It's $5,000 a month. And if you want to get in front of 29,000 people a day, 13,000 people a day, people that, you want to get in front of Levels.io's audience, you pay for this advertising. That's how it's monetized. And that's what I think is so smart. So I think that I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say that games might be the future like this, right? I just talked to some people who are making a ton of money with a game. I don't even want to say what it is yet, but they're making $200,000 a month with a game that is somewhat similar to this. It doesn't need to be Grand Theft Auto. It can be just a simple game. People love to play games. And in this age of AI where you can build anything now, maybe people, when AI will do everything for you, maybe it'll just be about having fun. These are 3 examples of people that are actually making money doing vibe coding. There are a bunch of more examples in here, but here's my main takeaway, is that you just got to start using these tools. Start learning how to use Bubble and all these other tools. Just start playing around with them, create hobby projects. You don't need to make money right away, just have fun with it. Then you have to share what you are building online. Whatever you build, do not let it sit in the darkness, right? Go post on Reddit, Twitter, X, Instagram, share it with your friends, share it on your LinkedIn, wherever it is, just get eyeballs on it and see what people think. And the last takeaway is, if sometimes things can feel late, or sometimes it feels like you're really late to this thing. This is all gonna dry up really quickly. It's still really early, right? 99% of people are not using vibe coding tools, but 5 years from now, people will not have to feel like it's hard to create software. So it is crazy how early we are right now. I'm currently using Cursor to build Starter Story and to build lots of other apps. This may be like when the internet was starting or when the iPhone just came out. Don't you wish you could go back and just build something? Well, this is the opportunity right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you want me to cover next. Let me know what question you want me to answer next, and I will show you real world boots on the ground examples of people making money right now so you can learn and you can build and you can change your life. All right, peace.